Hey, this is Jessica Santos with Illuminate Functional Wellness. I just wanted to jump in here today and talk about something that I see in my day-to-day practice. Um, I specialize in functional medicine, which means I help patients get after the root cause of their complex chronic disease. And that can be as simple as helping somebody manage their depression and anxiety from a natural, holistic standpoint. We could be addressing their irritable bowel syndrome or healing their acne. But sometimes it's much more deep than that. I have patients who have been to Mayo Clinic, Stanford, UCLA, UCSF, and they're seeing specialist after specialist. They're traveling to different states to see the next specialist, and they're just not getting answers. And they're coming to roadblocks at every turn where maybe all of their labs are coming back normal, their testing is coming back normal, or it's borderline, and they're not sick enough to actually be a candidate for therapy. Or they have diagnoses and they want to take control of their lives and their health, and they don't want to succumb to a lifelong regimen of medications and therapies that ultimately don't reverse their condition, only mask symptoms. So one of the things I wanted to kind of call to light here is this concept of complex chronic disease and what that does to us from a hope standpoint. So complex chronic disease can be very difficult on the individual when they feel like nobody can figure out what's wrong with them, or nobody cares enough to figure out what's wrong with them, or they must be so complex that, or so rare that nobody quite knows how to help them. And along with that comes self-doubt. And they may also get doubt from their loved ones, their family and their friends, where, some patients may not have a great support system simply just because they don't have answers or have resources to help educate themselves and or their family members. So having complex chronic disease can be like, being out on an island with no help, with no sign for, the diagnosis or the plan to get better. So what I want to kind of put out there is that this is what I do. My job is to help you find answers so that we can find education, so that we can have a diagnosis, so we can understand how you got there. So most importantly, we can understand how to get you out. Many times I'll have my patients bring their family members or their loved ones to their appointments so that their family or friends can, or their support systems can ask questions and help to understand, so they can be that pillar of support for the patient. And a lot of times I'll have patients who have complex chronic disease in the sense that they've been exposed to some environmental toxins, or they have some sort of chronic infection. And lo and behold, their other family members have those same concerns, but they maybe aren't showing up in quite the same way. So for example, I'll have patients whose home floods and one person develops asthma, but the other person developed Crohn's disease and another person developed migraines, all in the same family. They all shared, similar DNA. But, one toxic exposure showed up in different ways in each person's body. So when we start to uncover the root cause of one person's complex chronic disease, many times others in that household or in that family might start to gain insight into their own health and their own symptoms. So I invite you to consider taking the time to explore functional medicine, especially with someone who focuses on complex chronic disease. We can definitely dig deeper and help to find root causes so we can start to get answers. And that way we can validate you. We can help you understand it's not all in your head. We can point you in resources to help share with your family members and your friends so that they can become allies and the support system that you need to heal. And I'm happy to work with your support system to help identify ways in which they can help you most efficiently. So if you're interested in exploring some of the root causes of your complex chronic disease, I do invite you to visit my page at illuminatefunctionalwellness.com. You can send me an email through info@illuminatefunctionalwellness.com. And you can also find me on socials on Instagram and Facebook. I look forward to working with you.